Gacha RP is finally public, and you can try it. Let's see everything it includes, and explain how to use it so you can make the best OCs. I can't wait to see all your creations. First, we are going to enter the studio and create an OC. When you enter, you can see the default OC with its default colors, full of blue. If you want, you can select from other default OCs made by our game testers, and you will have the color palette of this OC. If you prefer to create an OC from scratch, just click on the trash can button and now we can start. Here are all the asset categories. Our designers have done an amazing job. Inside the skirts, there are many of my favorite assets. I have a hard time deciding on just one. In order to change the color, you have to click on color and now go through each square to change the colors. We have several color options. The first one is the color wheel. Once you have selected the color box you want to change, just use the color wheel to find the color you want. You can also adjust the color tone using this bar, giving it up for a lighter tone and down for a darker tone. The second option is to use the default color palette. Let's say I want to use this pink. I highlight the square of the color I want to change. Go to the palette below and select it. The third option is to add your own color code. Let's try it with a color code. I type it in and that's it. Now we have our color. Another important option within the color palette is to create our own custom color palette. To do this, you have to click on the button that says C. Here you will see a lot of blanks to create a palette. You can also use the wheel and the codes. To customize the palette, you have to click on the pencil, select the color, and then click again on the square to deselect it. If you use the wheel to create your custom color palette, it is even simpler. You can see how I'm doing it. Once we have several colors saved in our custom palette, we can click the pencil again to finish. Now you can select the rest of the assets for our OC and color it. Remember that in our game, there are also complete sets of eyes and hair, unlike other gacha games. Although the hair sets can also be colored from here as a normal asset, I recommend coloring them part by part to get better results. For example, go to rear hair and change it, or go to bangs and change it. The same with the eyes. You will get much better results if you color the irises separately. Next, we will see how to change the skin color and the outline of our OC. To do this, you have to go to the body in the menu section. To change the color of the whole body, click on all and then select the outline and skin color you want. If you have changed hands in the category and you want to change the color only to the hands, you also have to do it from here. Click on the hand and change the color. Keep in mind that some assets have their color in the first squares, while others have them in the last ones. Keep testing and see what colors are changing. Also, in our game we have eyelids. So if you change the color of the body, you will have to go to the eye shape and change the color of the eyelids to match. Now we can continue creating our OC. In Edit panel, we have many options to adjust the assets. You can move them using the arrows, rotate, or even change the order of the layers. Let's imagine that I want this accessory in front of the hair. So I go to the category where the accessory is, and I click on the plus to change the layers forward. If you want the adjustment buttons to be more sensitive, you can increase this number. So when you make a larger asset, for example, it will be even larger than if it is set to 1. To make the assets bigger or smaller, you can use these buttons here. This way you can make it longer, wider or narrower, or directly change everything in the same proportion. If you make a mistake, we can hit the undo button and it will return to the previous step. Note that if you click on size, it will reset all the sizes you have changed. And if you click on position, it will reset all the positions you have changed. Another important button is the hide button, which allows us to hide parts of the body. Imagine you have put a mermaid tail and you want to hide the legs. You would just select them in the right panel and hit the hide button. Voila! Once our OC is ready to save, you have to touch the green button to save the changes. And if the OC is so nice that you want to save it in a slot, just go to the OC section and save it here. In addition, you can also fill in your data if you want to. Now that our OC is saved, we have the option to go to the map or continue using the studio. If you decide to continue in the studio, the ideal would be to review the new backgrounds, which can be accessed from here. Check out the cool backgrounds. Also, one of my favorite features is the following. If we select the color wheel here, we can put a background of the color we want. So we can put green and then remove the background, white, gray, whatever you like. Once the background is selected, we can go to the magnifying glass and zoom in and out. And we can even move the position of the OC. We can also hit the reset button to return everything to the initial position. What do you think? After you have the OC in the position you like, you can press the camera to hide the menu, and you can hit animations to record your favorite animations. I love it. Now that we know all the basics of the studio, we can go to the map to enjoy showing the OC to our friends or make different role plays. I hope you found this tutorial useful, and very soon we will continue improving the game and making it easier. If you have any other question, tell me in the comments. See you soon.